Hi, I just wanted to make a few quick comments on the discussion just ended. So those of you who did well know why you did well, and those of you who did not so well know why you didn't do so well. First of all, the fellow being interviewed is William Cavanaugh, who wrote two books, and these are the two main points of the video itself. The first book is called The Migration of the Holy, and the second is called The Myth of Religious Violence. By the migration of the holy, he is talking about how when nation states first came into being in roughly the 1500s and into the 1600s, because it was a process, um, gradually worship was transferred from religion to the state. So until the point we reach today, where people salute the flag and worship the flag, and there's all sorts of rituals around the nation, and you fight for the nation, you can die for the nation, that sort of thing. It used to be in the beginning of Christianity that you only died for God, for Jesus. And now you reach a point in the 21st century where it's perfectly acceptable and considered a noble sacrifice to die for the nation. That's one point he's making in the video, that the state, the country, your nation becomes more important than your religious beliefs. Secondly, he wrote a book called The Myth of Religious Violence. And in that, he notes that with the creation of the nation state, violence, um, even when it seems to be religious violence, is actually the state, which is the new master, the new object of worship. The state uses religion as an excuse for violence and also as a means to get everybody within the state involved in violent activity and war. Uh, Prior to this, warfare in Western Europe was a matter of knights in armor and kings and ordinary soldiers fighting battles against each other, and it was for honor and glory and the power of the dynasty in charge. But it didn't involve everybody, just people who were professional soldiers. Um, with the creation of the nation state, rulers in each nation state use religion to involve everybody in the state in warfare. That's his second point. Those are the two basic points that you have to get in order to get a good grade in this particular discussion. So it required you to listen to the podcast very carefully. Some of you, I don't think, really listened to it much at all because a number of people misunderstood what he was saying, particularly around violence and religion. Um, so that's the basis for whatever grade you see that's now posted. I have one other point I wanted to make too, um, and that is statistics. Some of you looked ahead to Unit 12. Being an online course, you can surf around and look at any of the units, but some looked at Unit 12 where a number of statistics on church attendance and theories about why people go to church or don't go to church or are religious or aren't, because going to church is not necessarily an indication of whether you are a believer in a particular religion or not. The reason I say that you should stop using federal census statistics as of 2001 is because after that date, the government changed how the statistics on religion were collected and abandoned good, sound, social scientific random sampling techniques. Up until 2001, beginning in 1871, either everybody in the country was asked about their religious faith, or a properly constructed random sample was created by social scientists so that you could get a good chance of how many people attended or didn't attend or believed or didn't believe. But in 2011, because these stats are taken every 10 years, they're not taken every 5, but every 10 years, they stopped using that technique and just sent out questionnaires that people could fill out or not fill out as they pleased. So you no longer had a good scientific sample. So there are statistics after 2001, but they are not reliable statistics in any social scientific fashion. So you can look at them, they're interesting, but if you want to say something fairly definite about religion, you have to stop at 2001 and then guess what's happening after that. Okay, I just want to get this up for you.